Welcome to number 3 in the series of the Ultimate Success Model, 5D model. And if you haven't watched number 1 or number 2 in the series, please do so now before watching this, and then this will make a lot more sense to you. And number 1, we dealt with why this, and that was an overview of the model and what it could do for you and in all areas of your life. And number 2, Hangout, was about why me, and gave an overview of my life experiences and related it to the 5D model so that you could see if you could relate to one or more of those experiences, one or many, as it relates to the 5D model. This Hangout is about why now. Why now is the time for you to get your act together, to get over the challenges in your life, to change your way of thinking, feeling, behaving, to move into the life of your dreams. So I'd like to start by talking about the inner world, and the inner world, the invisible world of thoughts, feelings, and consequent behaviors. And that it's now becoming a common knowledge, and as it does so, that we are creating our reality in every moment through the thoughts, feelings, and behaviors that we have. And this is something that's going to become more and more evident through the technology that we have in brain scanning, imaging, and so on and so forth. And that what may seem like something that you would not consciously have thought that you'd created. It's all happening on the subconscious level. And so it's important now, whether you recognize it or not, to clean up stuff from the past issues. Even if you're not aware that you have issues from the past, it doesn't matter, because the subconscious mind is like a hard drive of the computer, and it remembers everything, stores everything. And therefore, there will be stuff in the past that will precipitate the way that you think, habitual ways of thinking, which lead to habitual ways of feeling, habitual ways of behaving. And when I talk about behaving, I'm talking about also not just physical behavior and outward expression, but the physiological expression within the body in terms of how thoughts and feelings will come out in symptoms and in your health condition. So it's important to start now to clear up the past, to clean up your act, so that you can then live a life of your dreams, create, as you are already creating, and continue to create the life that you desire. And in doing so, we need to take a look at the outside world and the world at large, because that too needs cleaning up. And it's, as it becomes again increasingly obvious that the world that we live in is in an unhealthy state, then the world needs to clean up its act. And I'm sure you've heard the expression, healing of the planet. And that's the way that I like to view it as well. And that it all starts with the individual, so that by taking care of ourselves, we take care of the outer world, our outer world that we're creating, one by one. Now, many of you might be thinking, well, look, you know, I don't know about that. I've got enough of my own challenges, let alone what's happening in the world at large. Others of you might be thinking, well, my life is okay, my life is perfect, there's nothing that needs changing, nothing that needs to be healed. And those of you, I would say that you are in denial, and I'm actually talking to, in which case, the invisible you, because you wouldn't be watching this if you were in denial, but I say that tongue-in-cheek, because, of course, just like there are degrees of doubt, there are degrees of denial. And if we were to look at this as a spectrum, you've got one end of the spectrum of those people in denial who don't see that there is an issue either in their life or in the outside world, and that, and if they did, they feel hopeless or helpless about doing anything about them. They don't feel that they can ask for help, or they don't want to ask for help, or refuse to ask for help, and therefore the help is not given. And there are others at the other end of the spectrum who seem to be actively seeking, forever seeking therapy, or in therapy of some description. And in between, there's all of these variations in help that is sought and that is given. So it could be life counselling if you sort of stuck in your life, and you might decide to go to a life coach, or if you have a personal issue, you might just want to get it off your chest by confiding in a friend or family member or or a loved one. So there are, as I said, all these different degrees, and I want to address the extreme end of denial, which is the person that's in therapy seemingly forever, who seems to have got stuck there. And the thing about therapy is that it's meant to be a vehicle that gets you from point A, where you're at in your life, to point B, where you want to be or think you ought to be. And the key is to remember to step out of the vehicle to arrive at point C. And C is the point of clarity, because you see things so clearly, having had therapy, you're able to then rely on your own inner resources. Unfortunately, people aren't doing that. There are people that are either stuck at point B, or they've unfortunately reverted back to point A, gone back to point B, or they're going around in circles. So I like to see that the whole world, it seems like the whole world needs to step out of therapy, and now is the time for the whole world to step out of therapy into an age where do unto others as you would have them do to you is practiced by all, as it becomes increasingly clear that we are all connected. There is this oneness with all things and everybody, everything. And with these increasing advances in technology, we'll all know that what we do to another, we are actually doing to ourselves. So if you are hurtful and you experience feelings of hurt towards someone, you are actually hurting yourself, whatever that may be, anger, guilt, resentment, and so on and so forth. And so now is the time for us individually, all of us, to take full responsibility for the thoughts and the feelings, the mindset, the viewpoint that we've created, and that with this model you can shift out of. This model allows you to see very clearly the predominant mindset that you operate out, that view that you have of the world, and how it's shaped and created the life that you've got right now. And if it's not where you'd like to be in any area of your life, then this model will allow you to see how you can change all that, how you can transform your life. So this is about transformation in all areas of your life. And it is now is the time for us all to step into that enlightened age where peace, harmony, and love prevail, where there's no such thing as war. War has become obsolete. Now, this is not a pipe dream, this is a reality, a 5D reality, a new reality that is possible. It's been foretold, it's by ancient cultures that have written about it, referred to it, and it's there in the written texts, in the ancient texts. So it's up to us as individuals to take care of ourselves and to know that your life has meaning and you have a role to play in the transformation on planet Earth. Thank you for listening, and catch up with you on Hangout number 4. Thank you. Bye-bye.